Today we will demonstrate how to properly operate the UZ47 SkillMaster machine. The UZ47 SkillMaster is an automatic feed machine based on the principle of chip machining. Its main advantages include processing not only common carbon steel, but also stainless steel and other harder steels like Hardox Duplex. A significant advantage of the machine is not only the standard bevel, but also the so-called J-bevel cladding removal or lead-in edges. The maximum bevel width is up to 47 millimeter. The angle can be set from 0 to 90 degrees, and the material thickness that can be inserted into the machine is up to 60 millimeter. The control panel is divided into two main sections. Control of the milling head, on-off, regulation, and feed control. On-off, reverse, and speed regulation. On the front part of the control panel, you will find buttons for automatic clamping of the workpiece. These are the clamp and release buttons. The machine is equipped with a mechanism to level out floor unevenness. Let's set up the machine for a specific task. The first thing we always need to do is adjust the bevel angle. First, we loosen the locking screws on both sides of the machine. Using the ratchet wrench that comes with the equipment, we set the angle. The next step is to set the bevel size. But first, we need to establish the so-called 0 point. This means the spot where the milling head touches the edge of the material. To prevent any unwanted collision between the milling head and the workpiece, we need to move the tool sufficiently out of the working zone. Loosen the tool locking lever and use a ratchet wrench to retract the milling cutter sufficiently. If necessary, we can adjust the working height of the machine. To find the 0 point, place the machine on the material anywhere along its length so that the rulers are in contact with the material. Secure the machine on the material. Loosen the milling machine's clamp. Start the main motor and move the milling machine until you hear it touch the material. Beveling Solver is a universal calculator for creating cutting plans. First, we select the right machine. Next, we choose the bevel angle and the amount of material to be removed. Here we can see in how many steps we will perform the desired operation. Based on the calculation, we know that the required bevel will be done in 3 steps. In each step, we will add 5 millimeters. First, we release the locking lever and add the first 5 millimeters on the scale. Secure the lever again. We position the machine so that the milling head is not in contact with the material, but the vertical plate is parallel to the edge of the material. We secure the machine. Now we move on to setting the cutting conditions. These can vary depending on the material strength and the amount of material to be removed. We turn on the milling head and set the feed rate, which should be lower during the initial approach. Once the machine is fully on the material, we can increase the feed rate. When exiting, we reduce the feed rate again. If we have set everything correctly, the appearance of the bevel at the beginning, middle, and end will be exactly the same. We proceed in the same manner in the following steps until we achieve the final bevel size.